Hello, hello, hello. You're warmly welcome back. Thank you for dropping by again. I am carrying on with information from the Rape Gang Inquiry report, which I've been working on since it was released. Today, we're going to look at the demographics, the backgrounds of the perverts, the criminals who took advantage of the children, violated their lives, destroyed lives, took the lives of others. The survivors were able to share. So we're going to look at their background of those monsters, the men. Come with me. Let's get into this world. Yes, so the demographics and culture. Perpetrators from Pakistani, Muslim, and other Muslim backgrounds formed the core of the rape gangs nationwide. Nationwide, that's referring to the United Kingdom. They operated under an honor and shame clan code that treated non-Muslim girls, especially white working-class girls, as property available for sexual use because the girls had no male protectors who would retaliate. The men began by showering the girls with attention, gifts, alcohol, and drugs. This then escalated to coercion, gang rape, and trafficking. They transported victims across towns, shared them with friends and family, and sometimes forced conversions to Islam, followed by religious marriages. The Muslim men justified the abuse by describing the white British girls as easy, trash, or morally inferior. The same networks targeted Sikh girls until Sikh communities mobilized collective male protection and forced the gangs to withdraw. British girls were not permitted such a defense. What a shame. This religiously framed exploitation was repeated in every major town and city and beyond. Britain has seen a series of high-profile convictions for organized group-based child sexual exploitation, commonly referred to as grooming gangs. However, the number of convictions amount only to a small proportion of the men who carried out the crimes. In cases where perpetrators of Pakistani heritage were named publicly in court records or reports, their names have consistently been Muslim in character. According to the 2021 census of England and Wales, around 93% of individuals identified as Pakistani by ethnicity also identified as Muslim, with only about 1% following another religion, the remainder having no faith recorded. Other convictions have involved groups primarily composed of Muslims from non-Pakistani origins, demonstrating that the issues is not necessarily confined to one ethnic group. Two Somali origin gangs in Bristol, a mainly African heritage gang in Banbury, 3 Iranians in Chelmsford, 3 Syrians and 1 Kuwaiti in Newcastle, 2 Turkish men in Somerset, a Romanian rape gang in Rotherham, a large Newcastle Operation Sanctuary case involving 17 men and 1 woman from diverse Muslim backgrounds, Albania, Kurdish, Bangladeshi, Indian, Turkish, Iranian, Iraqi, Pakistani, and Eastern European heritage. Nearly all published names were Islamic. The term Asian has frequently been applied in media, official statements, and public discourse to describe the perpetrators in grooming gangs cases across Britain. This broad labeling can be misleading. However, because Britain hosts a substantial number of non-Muslim Asian population, such as Hindus and Sikhs from India, Buddhists from Japan, and Christians from Philippines and Vietnam, the populations have, with only very rare expectations, had no involvement in these offenses. In fact, members of these communities have more often appeared as victims than perpetrators in the grooming gang cases that have come to light. Dr. Ella Hill, a survivor of the Rotherham grooming gangs and now a qualified doctor, has courageously shared her experiences and reflections in multiple public forums, including testimony to the 2022 J Inquiry, a July 2020 podcast interview, and a 2018 article in The Independent. Her report is entirely consistent with the evidence that was heard at the rape gang inquiry. So we will stop there for now. We'll come back with another part for the background because it's a bit extensive. It's predominantly Muslim. They're 1% from everywhere else in the world. And someone would say various governments, various corrupt politicians, various compromised, sold, worthless media would want to make it, use a one brush to paint everybody like it's a common thing amongst all cultures, amongst all beliefs. It's not. There's something in that culture, that belief, that's chasing and driving the men to act the way they do, to go after minors, to go after little girls, children. Hence we see it's all over the news, it's all over the world, where we hear that in Afghanistan, the Taliban had reduced the age, or they were planning to reduce the age of marriage to age 9. People protested in Somalia, apparently, when they wanted to increase the age to something reasonable, maybe around 14 or 18, which is also wrong. But hey, that's the one group of people that the world is pandering to. But by the grace of God, evil can never overcome good. I thank you for your time. I will see you again soon. You take care. Keep your children safe.